What's up, my shovels and shovelets? This is Spade here, and today I got a black and white 2 OU battle for you guys, and this was against SGT Bash. I think I battled him a few times in the past too, and I guess something worth mentioning in this battle is that I'm using a different background, so I guess a little niche thing, but it's still pretty cool. And YouTube username Kaphotics or Kaphotics, he finally released the background changing code for black and white 2, so now you can, I guess, decorate your battles in a way you want. And one of the cool things is that you can also use those Pokestar Studio prop backgrounds, which are pretty cool. I'm actually using one right here, which is the nighttime beach, which definitely looks it kind of looks corny, to be honest, but at the same time it's freaking amazing, and I just decided to put this background. I'm gonna be in the future battles, I'm gonna be trying out a bunch of different background things, but trying out this random team. Most things that I wanted to try out here were agility, Thundurus, and then SD Lucario, and then I got some random guys like this Deoxys, which is kind of doing some stally action. I led with my Dragonite, but I decided to switch out just in case he wants to straight go into his Fortress, but because I didn't want to be locked into Outrage, because that was my banded Dragonite. But Deoxys D is doing some shenanigans. Fortress is going to Rapid Spin away the hazards, predicting the taunt, and then he's going to switch out straight into his Terrakion. I know I can take one X-Scissors, so I'm not really that worried, but he doesn't even go for it as he goes for the Stone Edge. Doesn't really do that much, so I'm kind of thinking that he's running a Choice Scarf 1. So what I'm going to do is go into my Jirachi to resist the hit. He's going to switch, and yeah, he missed the attack, but you know, didn't really matter too much because Jirachi resists the hit, and it would have done pretty much nothing anyways because he was most likely Scarf. But I make a wish on the switch. I was kind of thinking about passing that to my Deoxys, but I do have Fire Punch, so I decided to try how much it would do. But as you can see, it does like absolutely pathetic amounts to the Fortress. Well, you know, it's a weak move, and I got a defensive Rachi, and it's in the rain, and he's most likely max HP, max defense, so kind of to be expected. But I was kind of hoping that it would do at least a little bit more, but it just doesn't, because all of those things that I said earlier. So he's gonna start setting up some of his hazards, and that's kind of bad because I do not have a spinner on this team. So what I'm just going to do is put him to sleep and then just basically go from there. I really should have just gone straight into my Thundurus here and taken a more offensive approach to this, because I don't even know why I went into my Deoxys, because I really can't do much. I was just kind of thinking to force him to spin again and then just go from there. And I really thought he would predict the taunt again, so I went for the Stealth Rock instead of the freaking taunt first. But he lays up more hazards, so that really puts a lot of pressure on my team, and then he's able to Rapid Spin them away. But I'm just gonna keep basically setting up more hazards, and I basically just want this Deoxys to die, and then I can just go from there. But he's gonna Volt Switch out finally and go into his Jirachi, and I decided to go for some spikes because again I was kind of thinking he would predict the taunt from me, but he doesn't. So I really should have played more aggressively this Deoxys, but oh well, that's a misplay on my part. But now I'm gonna taunt, and he went for the T-Wave. So that's at least good information. I know he doesn't have a Body Slam over that, so I can relatively safely go into my Breloom and then just go from there. And I just decided to go for the Spore and put him to sleep and then just go from there. And here I made kind of a misplay because I went into my Lucario. I meant to go into my Thundurus because I was thinking, because now that I went into my Lucario, I was like, oh wait, he has Terrakion and I have Extreme Speed, not Bullet Punch or anything like that. So he's just going to Revenge Kill me. So no real point into going into my Lucario. Probably should have just CC'd and taken him out in most likely in 2 hits. But I decided to go into my Thundurus, what I should have done in the first place, and then set up an agility and then just gone from there, because as you can see, this Thunderbolt is a solid 2-hit KO, and or maybe there's a bit of min-max, but it kind of looked like a 2-hit KO, and luckily I didn't get min damage or anything, and I am able to take him out. This is the power of modest life orb Thundurus. Because I'm running agility, so I decided to run a modest nature, and that really pays off, because that takes out the specially defensive Rachi in 2 hits. And now he's basically sacking like half of his team, because he said he wanted to get some life orb damage on my Thundurus, so that I'm basically guaranteed to be a dead man, because now after all this life orb recoil I cannot switch out, because he has Stealth Rocks on the field, so he can just safely go into his Terrakion and easily just revenge kill me. But what he definitely could have done is gone into Terrakion in the first place, because to be honest, I don't really have anything that would really appreciate taking too many hits from Terrakion, because Jirachi won't be able to take 2 CCs because I'm specially defensive. But now that I know he's most likely again locked into that Stone Edge, what I'm going to do is go into my Rachi and just go for the Iron Head. He's switching into his Burungeru, and it actually does a nice chunk, so I'm just going to be staying in here, especially like after all my hazards that I laid up on the field, and I was able to get rid of the Fortress, so that was definitely good. So I'm just going to keep Iron Heading, because those Iron Heads definitely do a nice chunk, and with just a little bit hacks that Jirachi usually tends to get, I can definitely take him out. And I don't even know at this point, does he have like a Scald or Will-O-Wisp, or maybe he has both. Not really sure, but Jirachi this time actually gets its way and is able to Iron Head flinch the Burungeru. And now in comes Terrakion. I'm not really sure why he switched them in directly, because I can just easily 2-hit KO him. And he does have the Earthquake, but it's not stab or anything. And again, I'm pretty sure he's Joy Scarfed by the damage earlier, so I wasn't even worried. And so I take him out, and now in comes Dragonite. Which does confuse me with the Hurricane, but this time Jirachi is actually going to pull this off. Like, you've seen some of the past battles on the past few weeks, and my Jirachi has had some really bad luck, but on some battles it has also had some good luck. Just like here, I get confused, but then I get the Power Hacks with the Body Slam, and I actually get an Iron Head flinch, which kind of just speeds things up, and then I don't have to risk getting hacks and stuff. So Jirachi is able to pull off its shenanigans, and that will be the game. So thank you for watching, and by the way, leave your comments about the battle background, and possibly your suggestions, like what is your favorite background and what do you think would suit my battles the best. Now in the future battles I'm going to be trying out a bunch of random backgrounds, and like I think there's like a simple red background, and I think that would be pretty neat in the future. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be trying out a bunch of different ones. You know, it's a little thing that spices up things a bit and makes battles look a bit neater. So it's definitely cool to have these background codes finally around for Black and White 2 as well. And yeah, we got all these Pokestar things that are like kind of over the top, and there's a bunch of crazy ones. So we'll see. I'm still more leaning towards, you know, the simple ones like Simple Red, but I'm gonna be trying a bunch of things out, and you know, hopefully that will look cool. But leave your comments about that, and I guess as a little question of the day, well, that was already a kind of a question, because I want to hear your opinions about the backgrounds. But Black and White 2 are coming out, I think, in the US this Sunday, and then here on Europe, I think on the following week, I think on Friday, I think. So, are you going to buy your copy of Pokemon Black and White 2, since they are finally coming out in English? I'm definitely going to get one, because I do want to support Nintendo, and also I do kind of want to know what's going on with the story, because I played through the game in Japanese and I didn't understand as much as I could have. you know, because it was all in Japanese, so I do want to see what's going on when I can play the game in English. But anyways, again, I'm rambling. So leave your comments about the backgrounds, and are you going to get Pokemon Black and White 2? And now I'm rambling again too much, so I should stop. So thank you for watching, and until next time, this is TheFlamingSpade signing out. Peace!